Hi, and you're all warmly welcome to the ViztaEdu monthly webinar. This webinar is organized on the last Thursday of every month at 7 p.m. prompt. Today's webinar is on social media branding, and we are exploring tips for content creation. Last year, we held social media branding 101 that was on the in November, on the last Thursday of November, we had Lord Edem Klupui to guide us through personal branding and how to brand ourselves on a platform like LinkedIn. Today, this month, we are having our webinar on tips for content creation for business owners, startup owners, students who want to sell product entrepreneurs and anyone who content creation is of interest to bloggers, youtubers and all that. This is the webinar for you. Today we have a renowned speaker, Daniella Darlington, who is here with us. Thank you so much for joining us, Daniella. So zooming in straight to the webinar, let me give you a brief profile of who our speaker is from an expert point of view. So, Daniela Darlington is a tech entrepreneur with a background in law and software development. She's the co founder and COO of Copianto.ai, an artificial intelligence platform that generates content by using natural language processing algorithms to generate content based on input data. In her role at Copianto.ai, she is responsible for overseeing the company's business development initiatives, operations, and forging partnerships with other businesses in the tech industry. With a unique skill set, she is positioned to help Copianto.ai grow and succeed. Thank you so much for joining us. You may proceed, please.
Knowledge about what content creation is and what social media is. I would just ask like a simple question. How many of us are on Instagram over here? You can just add a thumbs up or raise your hand. I just want to see if we are. Content. Like, have you actually posted on any of these forms before, whether it's social media, LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter? You can still just like respond with a thumbs up or anything. Okay. Okay. So I guess it's very obvious we are all up to date on what social media is and what content creation is. It wouldn't be too far fetched because for everyone who has actually owned a social media platform, whether it be Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter, you have actually posted a content online. And whatever the content may be, this is all the summation of what content creation and social media is. So when we talk about content creation, it's all about putting across specific ideas or communicate that speaks either to your brand or to your product or to your personality. So you may have Instagram purposely to just post your pictures, or you may have Instagram purposely for your business. Whatever form or whatever purpose for creating any of these tools, it's all boils down to the fact that you have a goal, and goal is to put yourself out there, right? So when we talk about social media, I think it's just like as simple as this. We live in a digital age right now, and most people are connected with ourselves, enable us to know what other people are selling online, or know what people are saying about our brand, or know what's like the new trend happening in the community. I think I heard this
Daniela,
interesting mango. My little niece was asking me, Auntie, what's like social media? What is about? I was just trying to explain it to her in a very simple language. It's like how we find ourselves in a community where, hello,
yes, I
hello, am I audible? Can you hear me?
you're audible, but I think your line is breaking a bit.
Hello. Okay, so can I go ahead? I think I got interrupted. Oh, really? Okay, do stop me if you don't get me or you don't hear me, so I don't keep like going. So anytime you don't hear me, you just like let me know.
All right, sure.
Is that good? Am I good to go?
I think you're actually having delayed feedback.
Okay, I think there's a bit of lagging over here, but
Yes.
I hope I'm audible and we are all hearing. Okay, I was
Okay, so with the recording feature that we have,
okay. So I'm just going to continue.
whether it's breaking or not, we are going to capture your voice. So I think you can just flow for now. Yeah. If there's any question, we would alert you.
All right, sure. That's okay. Okay, so I was just giving a scenario of how my niece was asking me what social media is, and I was just trying to explain to her that take it as like a community, or take it as a neighborhood where you find various institutions and people like in one area. So you whatever that happens within like the community, you can actually find it on social media. So social media is just a projection of what is happening in reality. So you can even find up to date news trends on social media. I think recently I came across, it was through social media that I even got to know about the unfortunate submarine scene and all that. So like you can get updated on things happening around you in your community. So over the next few minutes, we'll just like explore some of the things that you can do with social media, and also maybe we can dive deep into like some tools that can enhance your content creation, right? So I think we can just get started. First of all, from the first content creation workshop that was handled, I think I got just a bit of a snapshot of what was shared. It was more detailed and all that. First thing for anyone to get started at content creation is to know what their goal is, right? If you are going to put any content out there, first of all, you have to understand what am I actually trying to achieve by putting this specific content out there, or putting this specific um, post on these social media platform. So you need to set out your objective, and whether it could be personal branding, or it could be for giving it could be that you want to promote your business, or you would want to use the social media platform to just establish your online presence. So you always have to know what the goal is for every content that you create, or for any post that you put across. And then the second thing will be that you should also know who your target audience is. Social media is very broad, right? Like you can find so many people on social media, so many brands, so many businesses on social media. So it can be pretty overwhelming. You have to actually level down on who exactly you want to reach out with your content. So that means knowing who your target audience is in terms of the demographic. Is it the students? Is it students that you are trying to reach out to? Is it professionals? Is it millennials. Like, just know the age group that you're trying to reach out with your content, and also know your interests. Like, their interests must align with your interests as well. And I will soon talk about another point that talks more about authenticity. But yes, you have to also know what their preference is and tailor your content in a way that resonates with them. So this is like one of the key parts of any social media branding or content creation. You can't just go about posting content without really understanding why you are posting the content and for who. So this is where you need to establish that bit, and this leads us to talking about defining your personal brand as a person, as an individual, as a business, or as an agency. What is your brand? What sets you apart from the others in the crowded di- digital landscape? You have to know who you are, what your skills are, the value that you bring on board. So our colleague that mentioned that she has a share butter business, I think it will be more um beneficial if you like level down on what sets you apart from all these other share butter product sellers on IG or on Twitter or on Facebook. You need to establish what your unique value proposition is. What are your skills, and also what are you passionate about? Maybe it could be the way you package your product. It could be the way you go about connecting with your audience, right? So you need to know who you are. And this is very important because a lot of people go on social media and then they actually don't have their own perception of who they are. It's like they are trying to be someone else on these platforms, and which is very, very bad, and it can be very risky, because if you continue posting things out there that does not really reflect your values as a person or a business, or does not really align with your own interest and with your own authentic self, then you are just getting it wrong from the start. So as an entrepreneur or a student or someone who is passionate about something, I think it will be very important for you to just align your online presence with your goals, like I mentioned, whether it is personal or professional goals. And that is where the personal branding is very crucial. Then you need to be very authentic and genuine. That's like what I've been saying from the beginning. Like, when it comes to social media and content creation, it is very important that you are authentic. Just be true to yourself. Let your personality like shine through all your content. I find a lot of people actually um copying other people's work, which isn't bad. Like, if it's like a funny post or a meme, it's not bad to necessarily like repurpose some of these posts. But at the end of the day, you should know that it is actually reflecting your personal branding, and it should also align with your goals and your business, whether it is your personal goals or your business goals. And that's where you need to be very authentic. I think as individuals, or whether you're a student or a professional, you realize that it's important that we have to be like transparent. So let's say you are using social media for your personal branding. You don't necessarily need to put out content or post things that does not really reflect your own achievements. So you don't have to lie about things just to have like put up a front in the digital space. You just have to be your authentic self so that people can actually relate to you and relate to your real stories and experiences. And that way it's even easier to connect with others, right? So we go to, I know there was this entrepreneur who just started her business on Instagram, and all she used to do was to create like live sessions where she was going through a very depressing moment in her life, right? And then she found like a community within her Instagram followers, where she used to go there to just advise, just to um, talk to them about how their day-to-day lifestyle is and what they are dealing with, and then just like encourage them and offer some advice. And it started as a small thing, but later it became like a huge thing. Now people were actually coming to her to seek for guidance, for mental health advice and all, just because she was very authentic with herself and with her own like shortcomings and all. And because she wasn't necessarily a professional, she actually had to start a whole community where they were focused on helping other um, community members with their mental health, and also providing tips and awareness on this subject matter. So this is like one of the ways that someone actually trying to be very real and authentic was able to create like a community and also eventually a business out of it. It was never like an intention to establish a business, but because they were just true to themselves, they found people who were like-minded and could connect with them, and that's where they were able to build this trust and like genuine connection, and something like impactful came out of it. So it's very important to always not fake it. Like there's no point faking it. And then I would say that the next thing will be for you to leverage on your social media platform to showcase your achievements. So talk of like a business, or let's say you're a student or you are an individual, and you really want to be seen. You really want to be known for something that you are good at. I think the social media is like a platform that will enable you to do that well, because you have a lot of like reach out there. And I see Aquile do that like so well. She consistently like posts about what she's up to in terms of her startup journey and some of her achievements. I think this is where you can actually show proof. So it serves as like a powerful social proof of what you are capable of, and also increase your personal branding and awareness. So you can even, let's say you attended an event, or you gained a new skill, or you are working on a project, like don't shy away from sharing some of these on social media. I have a colleague who has started this 100 days coding challenge, and every day he's like posting online, and then I see his post all the time, and then I interact with it. I think it's even like a way for you to be more disciplined, for you to be even more accountable. So being able to share what you are doing out there, it's like you are trying to just like captivate your audience. You are trying to bring your followers along with you to know what you are really doing. And I see a lot of entrepreneurs do that as well. Like building a business is very hard. So sometimes you want to like go out on like LinkedIn to see what other people are doing, how are they coping with their entrepreneurship journey and all that. So it also serves as an inspiration. So let's say you are always like second guessing whether you should post about your achievements or your activities. I think you shouldn't really like be too hard on yourself. If it is something that is relevant and it's like it speaks to your own values and you are comfortable with it, as long as you are either educating or you are providing like something that is valuable, just go ahead to use these platforms to showcase your achievements and accomplishments. And then another will be that when you're posting out content, like I said, it needs to be something that is either educational, or you're actually creating an awareness, or you're providing some advice, right? So your content should always be valuable. Like if someone comes across your post, it should either be that, oh, like I came across this shea butter thing and I'm like, wow, I actually need something like this, so it's more valuable to me. And another way that you can like go about sharing content is that either you could use your platform for, let's say if it's a business platform, you could use it to share knowledge, you could use it to share insights and experiences, or you can even use it to promote post like articles or blogs and all that, so that if someone is looking for your business, they may not necessarily need your product at the time, but if they come across, let's say, a useful article that you wrote on a topic that they find relevant, they will eventually find your brand or business. So I think another way for us to actually like market our products is content marketing and sharing like valuable posts and content on specific subject matters. So you can even collaborate with other people in your, let's say, your niche. So let's say my goal for using social media is to promote my business, which is an AI platform for content creation. I would look out for people who are equally either in the content creation space or either into marketing, and then we can collaborate and write maybe articles or do case studies that would offer value to our target audience, right? So I'm just going to pause here to know if I'm still being heard or if there's any questions so far.
Okay, I think up till now you are very audible and we can hear you very clearly. So I'll throw the question to the audience. If you have any questions, you may please raise up your hand using the emoji, or you can send your question in the chat session. And Daniela is on standby to answer. Okay, Mumuni, your hand is up. You may please
Okay,
unmute and
thank you. I think
yeah.
this is so educative and mind broadening. Yes. So please, I have some questions, but I would like to just leave them at the end. But I would like her to kindly just talk about the partnership she talked of, like posting articles, blogs, and partnering with other people. I would like to hear her example once again. Thank you.
Hello, Daniela.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so in terms of partnership, yes, are you able to hear me?
Yes, please go ahead.
Okay, let me know if you can hear me.
Yes, please, we
Okay,
can.
great. So in terms of partnerships, um, okay, that's fine. So, like I was saying, you can actually collaborate with people within your niche. So, I believe the one who asked the question is the lady who is having a shea butter business, right?
Yes,
So,
please.
I guess it's
Yes.
more like identifying. Okay, great. So it's more like identifying people within your niche market and then see what they are doing. Let's say they are actually posting content about how like um 10 10 ways you can use your shea butter. You know, people actually think shea butter can only be used for either like body lotion or for your hair, but actually you can see people use shea butter for cooking. Like, so you can just like come together and either work on a video content or um an article, depending on the medium that you communicate with your target audience. You could either create like a simple tutorial on how 10 ways that you can use your shea butter for like stuff, right? And then another thing will be you can find like hair brands. So I know hair brands like natural hair advocates who really buy into like your products. You can actually just reach out to them and be like, oh hi, I see you do a lot of like hair product advertisements and all that, or I see you even owning your own personal page and you post a lot of like insightful tips on how to maintain your natural hair. I think we can work together on um another video or tutorial where you leverage on my products and use it for your hair, and then like give tips on how people can use shea butter to keep their hair moisturized and also keep their hair to shine all the time. So I think it's more of like identifying who would really like fit within your goal as like a business, and then join together, like collaborate and like share your expertise and ideas. At the end of the day, the goal is to either create value provide something that is valuable to your target audience, and also to share information. Some of these things will not necessarily convert into sales, but you still like would put something that is like valuable to your audience, and they might even eventually recommend this video to other people, and they would end up purchasing your product. So yes, it's not really like there's not really like a specific um way to go about it, but it's more of like identifying who you are as a business, what your goals are, and then finding people who align with your goals, and yeah, partnering with them. I hope this answered your question.
Okay, she has given a thumbs up, and I think that means
Okay,
yes.
great.
So I
Okay.
think Daniela, you finish up with what you're doing, and then we'll have the time for questions because of time.
All right, sure. That's fine. So I think I'll just like wrap up quickly, and then I can dive into some tools that can enable you create content, yeah, stay competitive and all that. So one thing that I would say is that creating content is difficult. It's very difficult. But thankfully there are a number of tools that you can use to do some of these, and the tools are like varied. Like you have AI tools these days. There's a lot of AI tools that are out there that can help you to either create like images. So you have Canva that enables you to create images and logos, etc. You have like copywriting tools such as Copyanto AI that can enable you to create like compelling content for your specific target audience. And then you can also like leverage on any of these social media platforms, whether it's TikTok, it's Facebook or Instagram or LinkedIn. So in order to actually settle on a specific platform, I think you can just start by experimenting with all of them to see where your target audience is and what kind of post really fits with your goal. So I, for one, I actually am very skilled to LinkedIn, because I feel like LinkedIn allows me to be more of myself. I'm not the type that would want to be creating video content and be posting on Instagram, and like I just can't keep up with all the Instagram reels and all. I'm more of like a writer, and I like to share like some of my accomplishments and things that I am working on. And I find LinkedIn to be like the platform that really aligns with my goals in terms of my personal branding, my business branding and all that. So I think at the end of the day, you just have to know which platform would work for you. If you think you can do all the social media platform, that's great. But it would be great for you as for a start to identify which one fits within your specific goal, your target audience and all. I think you find TikTok to be more of like Gen Z kind of app. So the demographic is more around people within their 20s and all that. Facebook is more of like the older folks, millennials and all. So you just have to like work on like do a number of research and then like level down on what you want to do. Another would be that you need to stay consistent with your posting and be active. You need to engage with your customers. So it's not like you just post today and in another 3 months you post another time. You barely even appear in any of your audience's face. And for these platforms, they work with specific algorithm which encourages brands or individuals to post a lot in order to get enough impressions and also engagement. So I would say that you should be very consistent, be intentional and consistent on your social media activities. And then one final thing would be to track and analyze your performance on all these platforms. For you to have like a successful social media presence or a successful content marketing or strategy, you can't take out this specific point. It helps you to be more intentional and also take informed decisions, right? So with these various social media platforms, they have analytic tools that enable you to check how your post is performing, how your post was liked, how many people it reached, if there were like links in it, did people actually click on those links to either purchase and all that. So by consistently like reviewing and tracking your analytics and your performance, you'll be able to like improve your social media branding efforts, right? So without wasting so much time, I'd like to just introduce you to a tool that would be very relevant in terms of your content creation efforts. And this tool is Copianto AI. So Copianto AI is an AI tool that enables you to create compelling content that is optimized, and also it's more of a platform that helps you to um, brainstorm on ideas. So with Copianto, you can actually create any form of content, whether it is a product description, a social media caption, or a web like content for your website, or even if it is like an email that you want to create. So I think for now, I'm just going to put the link on the page. Oh, you already did. That was fast. So I think I want to just share my screen briefly we don't have so much time, so I'll just share my screen briefly. And okay, let me just see if I can do that, and then we'll walk you through how the products work. Or Aquele, if you are able to project your screen too, that would be great.
All right, I'm there now, so I'll just go there.
Okay, so what I'm showing you is just the landing page of the website. So it'd be great if you can like check the website whilst I try to share my screen, because I would want to show you some tips and tricks on how to leverage on Copianto for your content creation like efforts.
I think I sign up with my.
Aquele, sorry, what did you say? Okay, please let me know if you can see my screen. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Okay.
Yes, please, we can see.
All right, sure. That's fine. Okay, so this is Copianto. Copianto's website. This is how it looks like. When you come to their, I mean, why am I saying their website? That's actually my company. So Copianto is an AI tool that enables you with content creation, and there are a number of like content creation tools that enables you to do a lot of things. For instance, when you look at this session, there's this ad copy generator. What you can use this ad copy generator to do is to either create like compelling copies for a product or for a brand. So let's say I want to run like social media campaigns on let me use share butter friends business again. I think I've forgotten the name, but if I wanted to run like an ad on it, I would just use this specific tool for that. And captions too is like something we always do. Like when you want to post a picture on Instagram, or you want to add like some few words to a post, you can use the caption generator to do that. So there are a number of like tailored made tools over here. So I think this is more interesting to people who own like platforms like Medium, where they publish articles and blogs. Copianto allows you to use these tools to create like blog articles. And then there's this session for email generation. So you can use the any of those, whether you want to write a custom email or you want to write a thank you email. Let's say someone patronized your business and you're very excited about it. You can use this to craft that. And then this will be more interesting to our entrepreneurs over here. You remember when I started, I was saying that it's important to establish your personal brand, like define who you are as a brand. And this is like a tool where you can actually use the brand mission to craft exactly what you want to do, as like what your brand is, who you are, what sets you apart, and all that. We'll come quickly to try any some of these tools briefly, but I just wanted to give like a quick overview of what the tools are and what you can do. They are personal tools. You can use it for thank you messages, birthday messages, and event promotions like here. So these are more tailored made tools that can enable you to draft content, and not just any content that are actually optimized and compelling. So I think we can just use the current generator because we all do like post on social media. So you can just like try this simple one. I would just ask one to volunteer for us to do this experiment. What would you want us to write about? So you can just like quickly unmute yourself and then tell me what to write about, and I'll just input this quickly. Feel free.
Hello.
Hi, go ahead.
Yeah, let's
Skin.
write about the benefits of shea butter to the skin.
Okay. The benefits of shea butter to the skin. Okay, that sounds more of okay, that's a long one, but let's see. The benefits of shea butter to the skin. Okay, so this is where keywords come in. I think I didn't mention keywords at all, but keywords are like very important in your content creation process. So you want to use like specific words that would target your audience, and in terms of like ranking and SEO, which is search engine optimization, keywords comes in as a very important way to optimize your content, so that if you post like your specific products on any of the platforms, because you're utilizing specific keywords, they will pop up in your target audiences like feed and all that. So I guess we can use keywords like share butter. um you can suggest more. Feel free to suggest the keywords you want us to use here. Skin glow.
Skincare. I think shea butter is spelled wrongly.
Oh yeah, that was a typo.
Yeah. Skincare routine, stuff like that.
Okay, great. So we can just leave it here. And then this is where the tone becomes very important. So let's say you are targeting um Gen Zs or you're targeting like professionals or whoever, depending on who you want this content to reach out to or what the style of your writing is, you can actually make this sound exciting, relaxed, friendly, funny. I think for this one, we want to make it persuasive or something. So we can just use persuasive for now. And then I'll just click on generate copy. So what Copyanto will do is to provide you a number of content that you can like go through and then use that to um write your social media captions. So you realize Copianto gave us like a number of them. The first one, there's another one. Okay, this is quite lengthy for a caption, and then there's this one too. So let's see. Shea butter is one of the best kept secrets to glowing skin. Add it to your skincare routine and you see the difference. I think I love this. So you can actually just save this copy, or you can copy it to your clipboard and then post it whilst you're like posting your social media image. Or yes, shea butter is a miracle worker for the skin. It helps to improve the skin's natural glow and can be used in any skincare routine. So I guess you can see these copies that were provided. I don't know if that is what you were expecting, but I'd like to hear what you were really looking out for. What's your impression of the content?
Momoni, I think you can unmute.
Hello.
Yes, please go ahead.
Hi.
Yeah, that sounds so exciting. I mean, it's wonderful.
Right.
Are you
So I
saying we
guess
should
you can
ask
use.
questions? Sorry.
Oh no! I was just like I wanted to hear your opinion of the copy that was generated, like the
Yes, yes,
content that was
it's so
generated.
awesome. It's so awesome. I mean, most of them are sounding like catchy, and I wanted to ask, so can you post more than one content at the same time?
Yes,
Yes,
I mean it depends on your business. Like, yes, I was saying that you need to be consistent. So depending on your business, you can actually post like at least two contents or three contents a day, and you can use the analytics to measure the performance of each of these contents. So let's say I'm targeting 9 a.m. in the morning to post my first content, and then 1 p.m. and then maybe 6 p.m. in a day. Then over like a period of 1 month or 1 week, I will just go ahead to
I think we lost Daniela. She will rejoin very shortly. But so far, if you have any questions, you may please put it in the chat session while we try to get her back. And yeah. But does anyone have a question? So while we are still waiting as well, I've shared a link on the chat session. If you are finding this conversation helpful, kindly do help us, shoot us a review. I've shared the link once again. It would increase our reach and tell Google that we are doing something that is worth sharing to other people. Oh, Daniela is back. You're welcome back, Daniela.
yeah, I didn't notice I dropped off.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So pick up where you left off.
Okay, yes. Like I think I was just responding to her question about the consistency of posting. And I was just saying that it depends on you. If you want to post like twice in a day or thrice in a day, you can just like target specific times and then with like give it like maybe 1 month and later use the analytics to check whether these contents are actually performing well or not, and then you can adapt going forward. Please let me know if you can see my screen. I am trying to do that.
Not yet.
Okay. Okay,
But
would
there's a
have to
question in
wrap
the
up.
chat session. Yes, we do. There's a question in the chat session. Asante Daniel says, "Hi, I'm Daniel. Can ChatGPT do same?"
Right. So ChatGPT is more like Copianto chat, which I am just showing you right now. I believe you can all see my screen here.
Yes, we can.
Okay, so what really makes Copianto very different from ChatGPT and the other platforms is that it's more tailored to content writing and copywriting. So when you go to the dashboard, which I just walked us through, there are more specific tools that help you to write specific content very well. So if it is captions that you want to do, it's actually trained to do that and do that very well. Like the quality and all that is like top notch. And you see there are like other like tools like blog articles, ideas. So these are more tailored made tools that enable you to create content that are not only compelling but also highly optimized. And you could tell that had the option to leverage on things like keywords, which I demonstrated earlier, keywords which is very important for every like copywriting or content writing, and also the tone or the voice of your content is also like very crucial. So these are like some tools or like specific features that makes it a bit more different and even better than ChatGPT. So I would definitely encourage you to use Piazza for most of your content creation. So let's just look at the other tools. I think this will be a very useful tool for all of us since we are like behind time. So please let me know if you are still hearing me, and then I can go on with this bit.
Yes, please, we can hear you.
Oh, great. So, like I was saying, analyzer is a tool that enables you to check for the performance of specific keywords so that you can utilize those keywords in your content creation. And basically, it's like major saying that there are so many people who are posting content out there every day. How do I get my content to rank number one? To appear in, let's say, explore on Instagram, or to appear in front of my target audience. One way to do that is to leverage on keywords. So I'm just going to do that quickly.
Daniela, I think we've lost your screen. You no longer see your shared screen.
So it keeps disconnecting. I don't know what's going on.
We can hear you now.
See my screen because I'm not sure if you can. I just quickly want to walk you through the keyword analytics tool and how we can leverage on that for content creation. So let me know if you can see my screen.
Yes, we can.
Let's just go right in. Okay, so for the keyword, like I was saying, you can actually use this specific tool to search for how specific keywords are performing. Let me just use a share butter example because it's like that's the only word in my mouth this evening. Okay, so we will just check for the location, which is Ghana. So like you can set the keyword within a specific geographical area, and then what the analyzer does is that it provides you with how this specific keyword, which is the share butter, is performing over the internet and over the web. So you can know that there are a lot of people like searching about share butter, and the volume over the period of 1 year or 12 months, what is like demonstrated over here. So I think at in October somewhere there was like a very high peak in the search volumes on what people were like asking about shea butter and all that. So when you look at this bit, the search volume is 2,900. So I think this is just like the number of searches that people have done like on a monthly basis based on this keyword. If you read the tip, so this is like one of the ways you can like search for keywords. And then the competition over here too is quite low. So I guess like it's not really difficult to utilize some of these keywords in your let's say hashtags or your content creation. And then CPC is the cost per click. So let's say I want to run an advertising campaign using this. How much would it cost for me to leverage on these kind of keywords? So this is just a snapshot of how it's looking like. I think currently people are not really like searching about share, but I like quite minimal and all that. So this is just like an example. So related keywords, what are people looking out for in terms of what shea butter is? People are asking the benefits of shea butter for the skin. Like our sister knew, she actually wanted us to write a caption around this specific topic, how shea butter is good for the skin, a good one. And then you can see that people are looking for the benefits of shea butter uses, so use cases. So you remember when I was giving the example about collaboration and partnership, I was like, you can give like tips on multiple ways that you can use shea butter aside from using it on your skin or your hair, etc. So yeah, people are also asking like number of things related to shea butter production, etc. Yeah, so these are like things that people search for, and as someone who knows their craft and knows their niche, you would find like this specific keyword analyzer to very important because it will help you to create content that addresses some of these things that people are searching for, right? So now you can actually create a post on how shea butter is made or the benefits of shea butter to your hair or your skin, etc., amongst others. Yes, so this is just an example of what the keyword analyzer is. So it gives you information about how the specific keyword is performing over the internet, the difficulties, what are people asking in terms of this keyword, and then it even gives you links to websites or platforms where people have actually spoken about share butter, so you can even find links and all those things on this platform. So this is like one way that you can leverage keywords for content creation. And I'll quickly just go back to this bit, which is the brand monitoring tool. I'll pause here to know if I'm still on and if anyone has any questions.
Great stuff, Daniela. I'm seeing some questions on the chat. Momoni is asking about plagiarism checker and the subscription fees.
Okay. Since plagiarism is the next question, let's just go to this part, which is the editor too. Okay, so let me just create quickly an editor tool for share butter marketing content. I'm using my phone here, so it's like I'm a bit slow with all the write-ups and all, but let's just do this quickly. So on Pianto, there's an embedded plagiarism checker. For all the copy that is generated, they are original. I can guarantee that they are original content and they are also high quality. But if you ever think that you are concerned about the uniqueness of the content, you can actually just leverage on our inbuilt plagiarism checker. So let me just use, I even see any of them. I think I copied one of the content. Okay, yes, I copied it. So inside our editor. So what I just showed you guys is our editor tool. Inside the editor tool, you can actually use it to check for plagiarism. So there's this plagiarism checker just over here. I think it's graded out because the content is not that lengthy. So let's just say I will expand on this specific sentence. I can use Copianto's editor to create a more detailed content for my content marketing or captions that I want to put across. So this editor tool is more of like a place where you keep all your content, ideas, drafts, and everything organized in one place. And also, you can even use the inbuilt like tools such as the paraphrase, the rephrase, the plagiarism, and also even expanding on the paragraph to improve your content writing, also your content like creation styles. So I think for now, it's taking a while to do that, but yes, I just wanted to show you the plagiarism bit, which is like over here. I hope that answers you. So you can always be rest assured that the copy that you create or the content that you create is of high originality. I don't know why this is taking forever, but yeah.
And then there was the question of subscription.
Okay, yes, yes. So when you sign up on the platform, you have 7 days free trial, which you can use to like test out the platform and all that. Once your credit is done, you can use any of our paid subscriptions. So the paid subscription starts as low as, okay, I think I am on the plan, so I can't see that. But when you click on the upgrade, you can see the different like subscription plans. If you are on the website, there's one that is as low as $8, equivalent to 80 CDs. And also there's also the pro plan, which is 19 CDs, and then there's an enterprise plan. So we've made the platform very accessible to anyone, whether you are a student or a business now or anything. You can actually just use Copian to create any form of content, and you just don't have to be a professional. You can just get started for free. And I'm very happy to offer like a discount to all your participants on this call today. If they really want to get to use Copianto and explore its benefits, very happy to give you all like a 30% discount that you can leverage on this for your content creation.
Oh, that's great. So, if you are on this call currently, kindly share your email address with us. And once you sign up, we would alert Daniela to give you that 30%. Thank you so much, Daniela, for that. We are so happy about that.
Okay, so I wanted to, you are so welcome, so welcome. I just quickly wanted to share what you can do with, let's say, the Copianto chat. So I would just ask Copianto chat to create a 10-day social media content on my share butter business, and let's see what Copianto does for us. So this is where you can actually use the platform to do more extensive stuff. Like if I wanted to create more content that the tailored made tools could not do, I would use Copianto to do that. And this is more conversational, right? Okay. So you realize it's giving us ideas on what to post, like day one, exactly what you should write about, and day two, like sharing stories and depending on your audience. Day three, skincare benefits among others. So like it just gives you a number of ideas on like what to do. So if you are on this call and if you are finding it difficult with your content creation, I think you can find solid in like tools like this, and I think you can also leverage on other platforms that enables you to either create like graphical which I would recommend, like Canva. It's very easy to use too, so you can use that one as well to create like the pictures and images that for some of these social media posts. And even if it's LinkedIn or a Facebook platform too, text will do great on these platforms. So I think I would just like wrap up here, and I hope I was able to offer enough value to your participants here, open to your questions and all. Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you to Daniela. This has been a very excellent delivery. I would like to open the slot for one last question. I already see one about being authentic in one post. What about posting something different of concerns of people or other staff at sometimes? Um, Momoni, if you can, please unmute and share that question. I think I am struggling to understand.
Okay, thank you for the opportunity and thank you so much for this presentation. That's so educative and inspiring. Yes. So my question was how you spoke about being authentic about your post, like being true, or I like focus on one particular thing. So I did want to ask, maybe sometime you find something of concern that you want to share on your platform. What will you say about that? Does it mean you are deviating from your um, main thing, or how will it imply?
Okay, that's a good question. So I think we would come from the approach of what was your sole objective for leveraging on that platform. I know some people, they utilize their social media platforms to air their opinions about governmental issues like societal issues, climate actions, among others. So depending on what the goal or the objective is, I think it will be good to um, use the channel for that. For instance, if my platform is for content creation or for educating people about content marketing and all that, I don't. It will be a bit deviating to go and post things about, let's say, Yvonne Nelson's book, or to post things about Davido, or to post things about like unrelated stuff. Like, it doesn't really speak to my target audience. So if you remember, I mentioned that you have to define who your target audience is and create content that is suitable for them. If the platform is your business page, it wouldn't serve your followers or your audience to be airing concerns that are not aligned to your business, right? So like I said, you just have to know whether it really sits with your objectives, your brand, who you are as a brand, and how you want people to perceive you. Then you can either identify. I mean, you can have your own personal platforms like Facebook to be talking about your own concerns, but if the platform is for business, then solely focus on your business, because I think you'll be shifting your audience's attention from what you want to achieve here.
Okay, I see a follow up as well about combining being a business manager and a content creator.
Yes, I think the question has to do with like managing your personal brand and also your professional brand, if I got that right.
Momoni, you may please unmute.
Yes, okay. So the reason I'm asking this question is since I started my business, looking at marketing, which is about like posting on social media, I sometimes look at tools that can help me create content and post them. And when you actually start to do it, you become excited. And after some 1 or 2 weeks, you just don't know what happened, and then you leave it. So I don't really know
Right.
if it is that it's not possible, like to be managing your business and then creating content at the same time, so that will you advise I look for a content creator so that I can also manage the business effectively in some other ways? Or you think there is a
Yes.
better way for me to work it out for myself? Thank you.
Yes, yes, yes. I can actually relate with what you're saying. Content creation is hard, it's very difficult. And I think that is the main reason why we actually started with Copianto. The goal of Copianto was to make that much easier for people like yourselves, for individuals and entrepreneurs who are actually juggling a lot of things. If you have money to afford a content creator, that's great. I think it will free up some time on your hand to focus on important things in business. But if you don't have that budget at the moment, then I advise that you work on your schedule very well. So something that could save you a lot of time on like thing is coming up with a content marketing or a content creation strategy. So you realize that I was just using copy and just to create like a 10-day post. So with this, I have like a content calendar where I have all my content available. So you can even use maybe 2 days or even 3 days to to plan on exactly what you want to post for the next 1 month or the next 3 months. And even take 3 days because now we have tools that Copianto and other platforms that can enable you to even come up with the compelling captions and content that you want to put out there. So what I would advise is that just take some time and draft a content calendar and know that for this period of for the next 30 days I will be posting these kind of content. Maybe when it comes to the graphics and the designs, that is where you might not necessarily be able to do that, and you need to outsource it to like a graphic designer, which isn't that bad. But if you have maybe a phone, a smartphone, and your product is more of like something you can take pictures of, for the meantime, you can just use your phone to just take pictures and then create like captions and then upload it. The goal is to be consistent and also be active on the platform. And I guess that should. Yes, yes, you can actually schedule automatically on some of these platforms. I used to use a platform called Lata, but even now, I think Instagram has a scheduling tool embedded, so you can actually schedule your posts for specific times, right? So that you don't have to manually do all those tasks. Like these are tasks that technology is like automating these days. So you can explore any of them and then see what works best for you and adjust with time.
Okay, I think Mumuni, I believe you are okay now. Okay, I see a thumbs up, so I'm guessing you're okay. What about the other guests? Is anyone having any question they would like to ask before we wrap up? Okay, while you're thinking about the questions, I would like you to support us on Google with reviews. It's really important to us because it suggests that we are doing something that is, I mean, impactful, and it increases our reach. When people search for ViztaEdu, they see ViztaEdu. So please, kindly follow the link and kindly share review. It can be a thumbs up, it can be it's good. Like please do that for us. Thank you very much. And if you have any questions, kindly share it now. Okay. To access previous sessions, especially the session that we had on social media branding 101, yeah, all the webinars are recorded. So if you were here at the beginning, we were playing the recording of the initial social media branding 101, which was done last year. And that was done by Mr. Lord Edem Klukui. So all the ViztaEdu webinars are here. We have webinars on how to apply for certain scholarships. What we do at ViztaEdu, our main focus is to provide an educational platform where young people, especially tertiary level students, can access education on skills sets that they need to be up to date or abreast with the job markets. So that was the main reason why we started these online webinars. So you can go online or you can search ViztaEdu on the YouTube channel and you'll be exposed to this platform. In the absence of any other question, I would first of all express my gratitude to you, Daniela. You mentioned you had a busy day, but you made time to be here, and you basically helped us with everything social media, everything branding, and everything content creation. And we are so grateful to you and your team, especially for bringing up this innovative platform, Copianto.ai. And yeah, we are grateful for your time and we appreciate your inputs. Thank you so much, Daniela. Do you have any final words to the community?
Thank you so much for having me. I'm glad I could be on, and I hope I was able to offer some value to your audience here. I think my final words will be that let's stay connected and don't give up when you start your content creation journey and your social media journey. In the initial days, you find it a bit discouraging, especially when you are creating your business or professional brand from scratch. You may not even find people liking or sharing your post, all that, but just be consistent, right? Always show up, always offer value to your target audience, and at the end of the day, you reap the results there. So thank you all so much, and I hope you have a good evening. Oh yes, you can reach out to me via LinkedIn by the name Daniella Darlington, and also I am on Instagram as Casey Darlington. Let me just type that over
Okay, so I've
here,
shared your LinkedIn
and you can
profile
find me. Oh,
on
great! You find
chat.
me on Instagram with this handle. Although I'm not so active on Instagram, but yeah, these are like my social media platforms. You can reach me on. And you can also follow Copy on all these social media platforms. It's just Copy to AI. Yeah, a lot of useful tips on social media marketing, content creation, communication, and we have like a bi-weekly newsletter on LinkedIn, so you can get a lot of insightful content from there. So hope to have this conversation going on, and feel free to reach out to me on any of these platforms.
Feel free to reach out. Excellent. Thank you so much. You have been an engaging audience. Thank you too for your time, and we really appreciate your inputs. Kindly do follow us on our social media platforms. It's ViztaEdu, and as I mentioned, our main goal currently is to empower tertiary level students and upskill them. Yeah, so thank you all so much for joining us. So see you next month and have a lovely evening. Bye.